YouTube? Everyone's favorite mermaid is back with another video. I got some splaining to do. My last video was literally me saying, I promise I'll have more content up soon. Then like 4 or 5 weeks passed, and I never did anything. I was supposed to post a really badass travel vlog. I couldn't figure out how to edit the footage from a GoPro and the footage from my phone together. So that never happened. But I got a bunch of great footage of that. That will never be seen until I get better at editing videos. But here I am now. I'm sorry. We'll get back into the swing of things. Maybe even better than the way things were before. There is no inspiration behind this makeup look except for the fact that it's springtime and I wanted to do something soft glam. Anywho, today's video is all about my tattoos. The stories behind them, what they mean to me, just my tattoos and my piercings, my body modifications. Yep, how I modified my body. Let's get this started. My first tattoo that I'm going to show you is the easiest one to show, is my mermaid tail tattoo. It's all nice and freshly done. Did that while I was in Colorado, and I've always been like really obsessed with mermaids and the ocean, and so I've been introducing all of my videos lately as everyone's favorite mermaid. 90% of my social media is at Mo the Mermaid. Follow me. And so I was like, I need a mermaid tattoo. And then I finally got it. My next tattoo, which I will just put a picture of it right here, is my moon side boob tattoo. I got that one because I was really insecure about having small boobs, and I was just really in love with side boob tattoos at the time. So I was like, you know what? They're not getting any bigger. They're not going to change. I'm going to do something to make me love this part of my body. Probably the most painful out of all of them. Like, I wouldn't say it was painful, but it was definitely sensitive. Like, normally I've talked through all of my tattoos to my tattoo artists. This one was a whole lot of breathing and just especially the little star here in my armpit. You wouldn't think that would hurt that bad, but it is so close to your armpit, and that's a meaty, tender spot, and that shading, just the shading was probably the worst part. But it was totally worth it because I love this tattoo. I'm not self-conscious about my boobs anymore, and it just kind of made me feel better about myself, I guess. I do in fact have a belly button piercing. Right now the top doesn't match the bottom. It's a little black plastic one, and then there's a little turquoise thing on the gold, and there's a little pineapple. I love pineapples. I actually got my belly button pierced for the same reason I got a side boob tattoo. I was actually really self-conscious about my stomach at like 19. And I was like, you know what? I might like my stomach better if I get a belly button piercing. And sure enough, it made me love my stomach that much better. Although the guy did pierce it kind of crooked. Like, it's not visibly crooked, but like on the inside, I guess he like veered off a little bit. And so I kind of have to go in crooked when I put a new one in. I usually just put another one in after I get out of the shower though. So all the skin is looser, I guess. That sounds weird, but if you, yeah. I did have my daith pierced on my left side That's the piercing that's supposed to help with migraines. And it totally did. It was the best piercing I had ever gotten. I went to a better piercer than the guy who did my belly button ring. And then about 6 months in, my body rejected it, and like it got all bloody and pussy and gross, even though I had been cleaning it. And so I had to take it out. Sad face. I'm hoping to get it redone at some point, but that's just not in the cards for me right now. Next tattoo, I also have I think this one's my favorite out of all of them. My cat tattoo it's the silhouette of a cat with a rose inside of it. I got that tattoo in a time in my life where I was so focused on making everyone else happy. And I just wanted to do something for myself. I knew I wanted more piercings. I knew I wanted more tattoos. This one was actually my second tattoo that I had ever gotten. And there's a whole lot more to the story, but I'm not necessarily going to put it online. But I knew that I was tired of living to make everybody else happy, and so I was like, I need to be selfish. I need to do something for me. And I love cats. Cats are one of my favorite animals. But I was like, who loves themselves more than anybody else? A cat. I was like, I need to be like a cat. Granted, I didn't come up with that meaning until after I got the tattoo. I will just show a picture of this one because there's no good way to show this one right now. I have a camera with a pause button inside of a heart and a little play button. Originally, it was a best friend tattoo with someone I'm not exactly best friends with anymore. We just kind of grew as different people and ultimately ended up going separate ways. She's still a good person and I'm kind of friends with her. I don't know quite how we would describe that. We still have each other's phone numbers and text every now and again, but we're not like best friends, like attached to the hip sisters like we used to be. We also kind of got these because on our old channel, we had both been talking. She wanted a second tattoo, and I wanted my first. And the funny part is, our old YouTube channel had just reached 100 subscribers. So logically, what did we do? We both got matching best friend tattoos when we hit 100 subscribers. And I was like, I'm getting this tattoo because I've always been in front of the camera my whole life. This is my second attempt at YouTube, and this is what it means to me, and blah, 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 blah. And she's like, I'm getting this tattoo because we just hit 100 subscribers. But we both ended up with camera tattoos. Hers is slightly different, but it's the same base shape. Hers is just more detailed, and I went more simplistic with mine. So they're still best friend tattoos, but it's not like exact matching tattoos where we would regret it. I know for a fact that she does actually still really love her tattoo, and neither of us want to get them covered up, which is kind of cool because even though we drifted apart and we're not like best friend sister type of relationship anymore, we still want to hold on to those memories, which I think is super cool. I have the Supernatural Anti-Possession on my ankle. I guess it's basically my ankle. I have the Supernatural Anti-Possession on my ankle. Supernatural has been a big part of my life since freshman, sophomore year of high school. And I'm still obsessed with it. But Supernatural honestly got me through, this is going to sound so cliche, but Supernatural got me through some really hard times in high school. Like, I was super depressed, suicidal, and somehow the show about demons and angels and vampires and two brothers. But, yeah, Supernatural became a big part of my life. I have, like, 3 Supernatural shirts. I have my lanyard is Supernatural, and so it only made sense that I got the anti-possession tattoo on my ankle. The even better part of that is I I think it was my 21st birthday present from Alex. We weren't even dating yet, or we had just started dating, and he didn't really get me anything because we hadn't started dating for my birthday. He's like, I didn't really get you anything for your birthday, so he got me this tattoo. So I am always, and he technically also bought my mermaid tail. But yeah, I do plan on getting more tattoos. I have about 4, 5 tattoos planned out that I want to get, but tattoos are expensive, and the one I want to get next is gonna be a big thigh piece, which is gonna be a good chunk of change. Like, I'm anticipating like $700 or $800, honestly. And I don't have $700 or $800. I wish I had $700 or $800 because I'd pay off some bills, but don't exactly have that kind of money to be putting towards a tattoo right now. But you know, I still have a whole lot of skin, and I'm sure a lot longer life to be getting tattoos. I guess that as I get more tattoos, if I'm still doing YouTube, I will continue to update this sort of trilogy of what my tattoos mean and where they are and why I did them. If you like this video, be sure to give me a big thumbs up and hit that subscribe button. If you have any suggestions, or you want a YouTube tutorial for this makeup look, which I'm really feeling today, I got that dewy, sun-kissed springtime look going on, drop any pink emoji down at the bottom if you want a tutorial for this look. See you guys next week. It's just two brothers. If you know that reference and you got that really quickly, we should be friends.